Gotta cancel on tonight's date. My bad. You're not mad or anything, are you?
What? But it's my birthday today.
Oh, it is? I guess that slipped my mind too. Oh well.
Weren't you gonna take me out on a special date because it's my birthday? I got all dressed up and everything.
Hey, I'm sorry, okay? I know you're always tight on cash. I hope I didn't make you go over budget. No, I feel kinda bad. I know you grew up in a single-father household, so you must have never had much growing up. And you're just freshly out of school and about to start a job at a third-rate company, right? I'm sure you won't be earning much in the beginning. But since you got all dolled up and everything, you shouldn't let it all go to waste. Why don't you stand around there for a while? See if anyone hollers at you.
What do you mean?
I'm saying that if you stand there looking cute, you might be lucky enough to get picked up by someone. You know, maybe a middle-aged man who has money, but is so ugly that no girls would pay him any attention.
You're horrible! How could you say such a thing? Did something happen? You're like a completely different person than yesterday. You're never this cruel.
Yeah, but Maddie, you've already graduated, so I'm just starting to lose interest in you.
What do you mean?
Until recently, you were a legit college hottie, so you know, I was able to brag to my friends about having a hot co-ed girlfriend. And even though you have no money, it was enough that you were young and pretty. But now that you've graduated, you're just a regular working adult, no different than the rest of us. Besides, there's no merit to me dating a poor working adult. I'd rather be out spending money and enjoying my freedom. It seems about the right time that we break up, don't you think?
You were only dating me because I was a college student? And you just wanted to use me as arm candy in front of your friends?
That's right. If it wasn't just a fling, I wouldn't even think about hitting on a poor college girl in the first place. But it's a good thing you decided to go to college, even though you have no money. Because otherwise, you never would have had the opportunity to even meet a good-looking, elite human being like me, let alone date me.
You're an absolute jerk! I can't believe this is your true nature. I was so drawn to you because you were always such a gentleman and so attentive to me. I feel completely betrayed.
I said I was sorry. But don't worry, Maddie, because you're not the only one. You won't feel so betrayed and alone if there are others like you, right?
What do you mean?
Oh, Maddie, you're still so young and innocent. Or should I say dense. Did you really think that you were my only girlfriend? I can't believe you never caught on.
You were cheating on me?
Yep, with 5 other girls.
What? I'm like beyond shocked. That's just disgusting. I can't believe I wasted an entire year of my time with such a creep.
Haha, what are you talking about? You were head over heels in love with me. And I'm sure you'll never find anyone as handsome as me that will pay you even the slightest attention. You should keep this memory tucked away safely in the back of your mind, so you can look back and remember about the time your relationship status was at its peak. Because any other guy that might be interested in you after me, if any, will seem so dull compared to me. You know what they say, when the clock strikes 12, the magic will disappear. Just like it did for Cinderella. It's way past 12 now, so it's time you go back to being just a college girl. Or rather, a college graduate. Your magical days with me have come to an end. And your glass slipper? I plan on destroying it right away, so don't even bother arguing that you are the perfect fit for me. Besides, I'm not the type of guy that needs to resort to looking for the perfect girl. Because the perfect girl already sought me out, already wearing her own perfectly fitting glass slippers.
What are you saying?
I just had the encounter of my dreams. Call her my soulmate, if you will. It's like a miracle. I still can't believe my luck. My ideal kind of woman. You know the model Lizabelle? I just exchanged numbers with her.
Lizabelle? You mean that popular social media influencer?
Yeah, exactly. And guess what? We're gonna start dating. So all the other flings I've had on the side until now, I'm cutting them all loose. Including you. I was only staying in those relationships as a safety net anyways, just in case. So, no hard feelings, okay?
You're crazy! There's no way that Lizabelle would even give you the time of day to a jerk like you.
What? Do you have any idea who I am? Your man Thomas here. Only 28 years old, but already earned 6 figures at an elite company. Your ex-boyfriend is quite the distinguished gentleman, if I may say so myself. There's no doubt that Lizabelle and I are a perfect match for each other. Anyways, I'm on my way to go buy a present for my new girlfriend. As of today, you're not even a fling to me anymore. So don't contact me again, okay?
You're a complete jerk through and through. Up to the very end.
I just want to make it clear that we're done. Because I don't want you to get any weird ideas and start stalking me or anything. So listen carefully, because I'll only say this once. You're no longer of any use to me. So I'm dumping you. It was fun while it lasted, though, wasn't it? And by the way, don't come crawling back to me asking to get back together, because that'll never happen. And you would just be making a huge fool of yourself.
Oh, don't worry. You're not even worth that trouble, you coward. I'm actually glad you revealed what a sleazeball you truly are. I don't even have the tiniest bit of affection left for you. Goodbye. Forever.
Hey, Maddie! Happy birthday! And sorry for the late message. I had a bunch of stuff that needed to be taken care of at work, so I couldn't get to my phone all day. I'm glad I was able to at least wish you a happy birthday before midnight. I promise that Dad and I will take you out next time for a proper celebration, okay?
Oh, Caden.
What's wrong? You don't sound too happy. Shouldn't you be more excited that it's your birthday?
Yeah, but it's also the anniversary of Mom's death.
Well, yeah.
Mom died because of some complications while giving birth to me. So it's pretty hard to be in such a celebratory mood because of that. And because Mom suffered so much bringing me into this world, the best form of repayment is for me to end up living happily ever after. So her death wouldn't have been for nothing. But reality isn't that simple. It's not like in the fairy tales where Prince Charming just swoops in and takes you away. How am I ever supposed to find my happily ever after like this?
What about Thomas? Isn't he with you today? I thought you guys were going out tonight to celebrate your birthday. I've never met him in person yet, but he seems nice enough from the pictures you've shown me.
It was all a lie.
What?
He said he was only dating me because I was still in college. But now that I've graduated, he no longer has any interest in me. It was all just a game for him. And he had 5 other flings on the side.
What the heck? What kind of a loser were you going out with?
And today's date? He canceled at the last minute. It didn't even matter to him that it was my birthday, or that I got specially dressed up for the occasion. And do you want to hear the reason why he canceled? Because he was able to exchange numbers with the girl of his dreams. So the rest of us, who were nothing more to him than a temporary love interest, we all got dumped today.
Who does he think he is? Treating my little sister like that? I could just wring his neck. Where is he now? Let me give him a piece of my mind. Or better yet, maybe he needs a taste of my knuckle sandwich.
No, stop it. He's not even worth a single minute of your time. Don't do anything that might end in you getting in trouble.
Who cares? Standing up for you is 100 times more important to me. I'll make him understand that he's messing with the wrong person.
But he mentioned something about Lizabelle, that model, becoming his new girlfriend. If it's true, I'm sure the media will be all over that news. And especially if you get involved. I don't want to have anything to do with that jerk anymore. I just want to forget about him and be rid of him for good.
Wait a minute. Lizabelle? You mean that model with like 500,000 followers?
Yeah, apparently. Tom thinks she's the ideal woman for him. He thinks they're already dating since they just exchanged numbers. But if that's true...
That's impossible. I guarantee it, 100%.
What? Are you sure?
Anyways, you just try and forget about that good-for-nothing piece of scum. He's not gonna get away so easily for disrespecting you like this. He'll pay the price for his stupidness one day. You'll see. And in fact, you should be grateful that you're no longer strung along by a loser like him. Now you can take this opportunity to find a true gentleman. Like me.
Oh, Caden. I knew I could count on you to make me feel better. Thanks for the encouragement. I'm starting to feel like this isn't such a bad birthday after all.
I'm glad. Let me get back to you about when we're gonna do your birthday celebration.
Okay. Thanks for everything.
Maddie, my sweet. How's it going? Are you free tonight? Let's go on a date.
You're kidding, right?
Oh, are you mad about what I said last week? If I told you that it was all a joke, would you forgive me? Let me take you out tonight to make it up to you. I'll even apologize for what I said. I'm so bored I'm about to die.
Really? I thought you had a bunch of other girls lining up to go out with you. And what about Lizabelle? Didn't you say that she was your soulmate or something? I told you, I don't want to talk to you ever again.
What's wrong with you? I said that I was gonna take you out. You should take that as a compliment.
And I said that I don't want to hear from you ever again. I don't care about anything you have to say, whether they're compliments or not. I'm not interested in anyone who's just looking to play games with me.
Wow. I never realized you could be so bold, Maddie.
What are you talking about?
It sounds like you're trying to bargain with me. You're not looking for just a fling. So, you want us to have a serious relationship? That's what you're saying, right?
You're completely wrong. There's absolutely no reason I would think that. I told you that I'm completely over you. I want nothing to do with you anymore. You're the biggest loser that I've ever known.
Shut up. You're just getting carried away now. Just because I was trying to be nice. Boy, am I glad I dumped you when I did. I knew that dating a poor girl would never result in anything good. Phew, that was a close call.
What are you even saying?
Don't try to act like you don't know anything. I know you were just after my money, so you wanted us to get married, right? I can see right through your act. And it's a good thing I figured out what a beggar you are.
Good for you. But it's too bad you weren't able to figure out my true identity.
Huh? You mean a beggar that's just looking to marry for money? I bet you were planning on trapping me into marriage by getting pregnant or something.
What a close call for me, too. But I'm glad you never figured out who I really am.
What do you mean? Who you really are? You're just a poor nobody that was brought up in a single-father household.
You're right. My father raised me and my brother single-handedly. But he manages a very successful business, so I never felt like we were poor growing up.
What? Don't lie. How can you not be poor if you can't even afford a single brand name item?
It was my father's policy to not let me have any brand name items until I was out of college. That it was my duty to focus on just my studies at least while I was a student, and having him pay my tuition. But now that I finally graduated, I can finally cut loose. And to congratulate me on already having a job lined up, he just bought me my first apartment.
An apartment? For getting a job?
Yep. And because he thought the commute would be easy, it's located right by my office, in a prime location downtown.
What? Your office is located downtown? But I thought you were going to work for an unknown third-rate company. I never thought to ask which company since I had no interest. But where exactly is your office located?
Oh, my bad. I guess I never mentioned what company I'm going to be working for. It's Optimum Electric Works, by the way. Are you sure it's a third-rate company, though?
What? That's like the top of top-ranking companies. It's where all the engineering majors dream of working.
It's also my father's company.
No way. So, you're the daughter of the president of a super elite company?
I guess that's what it makes me. But I've never felt any different than my peers. Because my father raised us to have an ordinary lifestyle. We always had everything we needed, but nothing extravagant.
I knew it. I always felt like there was something different about you. Something special.
Huh?
I don't know what I was thinking before. But now I'm sure. Maddie, let's get back together. On the premise of getting married. It's what you wanted in the first place, right? And now it's what I want too.
You disgusting pig! Why the sudden change in attitude? There's no way I ever want to get back together with you.
Well, what if I close on a huge deal and get promoted at work? Then you'll have nothing to complain about, right? Just watch. I'll show you what I'm capable of.
That's not what we're talking about here. Have you been listening to anything I've said? I don't want to hear from you ever again.
Just give me a chance, okay? I'll be in touch soon. Caden, my man. You got my back on this deal, right? This would be a huge contract for us. The future of our company lies right in your hands now. An event where a woman's happiness takes the leading role, and we put the spotlight on a woman's happily ever after. What a wonderful concept indeed. Great, so we can just move on to signing the contracts now, right? Let me just finalize all the paperwork, and I'll bring them right over to you. You should have them in your hands before noon. Don't even bother with all that. Excuse me? I've already asked someone else to take over this project. What do you mean? And the board also agrees with my decision, so you're no longer needed here. What? I don't understand. I'm supposed to be in charge of this project. What seems to be the problem? I think it might be too big of a responsibility for you. Especially since you're too immature to even realize what a chauvinistic pig you are. Exactly how many women have you laid your dirty hands on? Just because you can. Just think about all the unhappy women you've left in your wake because of your self-centered ways. There's no way someone like you should be in charge of an event that's supposed to focus on a woman's happiness. What? Caden, what's with the sudden bashing? What's going on, man? Don't you think you're being a bit inappropriate? Really? Because I don't think I've said anything that's not true. It's completely unprofessional. I'll sue you for slander. Go ahead, be my guest. I hope you know what you're asking for. I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before the media gets word about this. And when they publish how you abused your authority to defame me, won't it just ruin the entire company's reputation? As a matter of fact, let me go make a direct appeal to the CEO now. Unfortunately, the CEO is not available right now. Not available? What do you mean? Well, we're going to be acquired at the end of this month, actually. And the current CEO has been asked to resign early. So that's why he's unavailable now. What? Acquired? What in the world do you mean? Oh, perhaps no one ever mentioned this to you. But I'm actually in charge of mergers and acquisitions as my primary role. Negotiations have been going on for a while, but everything has finally been ironed out. No one ever told me that. Well, to avoid any unnecessary confusion, this all took place without prior notice. I was sent here in order to ensure no major deals were lost before the actual acquisition took place, so I've been overseeing a few projects while also concurrently handling the acquisition for my actual company, which happens to be my father's company, Optimum Electric Works. I'm sure you've heard of it. Optimum Electric. So, that makes you... No, you can't be. My sister Madeline. It seems like you've done her a big favor, am I right? So it's only the proper thing to do that I repay you for everything. As her brother. Oh, no, sir. That won't be necessary. You don't need to repay me for anything. Oh, and before I forget, your so-called girlfriend, Lizabelle. She happens to be my fiancée. And I heard that you were trying to get your nasty hands on her, too. Lizabelle is engaged to the son of Optimum Electric. I had no idea. How come no one told me? I'm telling you now, stupid. Anyways, I've already contacted the police, so I'm gonna hand you over to them as soon as they arrive. What? Don't try to act like you don't know. I have no more patience left for your games. Lizabelle filed a restraining order against you because you were stalking her. What? A restraining order? Yeah, she exchanged numbers with you, only because she was collaborating with us on this project. But you just wouldn't leave her alone, no matter how many times she's rejected you. There's more than enough evidence to support her claim, so you better start thinking about what awaits you. No, please. Not the police. I'll do anything you want. I'll lose my job for sure if the police get involved. Oh, don't worry. I was able to pull a few strings to not get you fired. Really? Sure. As a consideration to you, I'm having you transferred to one of our smaller offices, located way at the bottom of your organization's ladder. I figured that would be a bigger blow to your too big ego than actually being fired. How could you? That's just too cruel. Oh, and let me be clear, so you don't try to stalk us again. And I hope this message gets through that thick head of yours. You see, Madeline and this company both left you because they have no use for you anymore. So don't come crawling back asking for forgiveness or anything, because that'll never happen.
After getting in trouble with the police over stalker suspicions, Thomas was indeed ordered to transfer to a tiny office located at the far, far bottom of his first-rate organization. It was just as my brother warned him. His elite status that he was always so proud of is now just a faint memory that only he remembers. Long gone are his golden days of overestimating his self-worth. He was such a self-centered pig, willing to do anything and everything to get what he wanted. After he lost his job title, his high salary, everything that he thought was worth bragging about, it's like he lost all sense of himself. Apparently, he is doing menial work in his new position. He doesn't even have the energy left to complain. Regardless of his high level of education, his current job pays only $2,000 a month. It's a pittance compared to what he made before, which makes him absolutely miserable. But he unfortunately can't do anything about it. His ego, his pride, all completely shattered because he acted like a complete jerk. There's probably no use even trying to make anything of himself now. When you really piss off a woman, and her brother at the same time, that is a really scary situation that you don't ever want to find yourself in. As I'm sure Thomas would tell you from first-hand experience. Michelle, do you have a second to chat? I have something I want to talk about. Yeah, sure. What's up? What did you want to talk about, Kara? It's about my wedding that's coming up. Please tell me that you're definitely attending, right? There's still plenty of time before the RSVP date, but I just wanted to check in, just in case. So, it's not like you have other plans, right? Oh yeah, right, your wedding ceremony. Yes, definitely put me down for not attending. Huh? Was that a mistake? Instead of putting you down for attending, you want me to put you down for not attending? Yes, put me down for not attending. No one's going to your wedding ceremony anyways. What? Why would you say that? Are you really saying that you aren't going to attend our wedding? What's with that question? What's so wrong about me not attending? Well, no, I meant… Just kidding! You know, I actually know everything that's going on. No one is attending your wedding, right? How did you know? If anyone bothers to reply to you at all, they're all marking not attending, right? Even your relatives. Oh, Kara, you're so pitiful. Imagine having a wedding with 0 guests. Although I think it's the expected outcome. Wait, why do you know this, Michelle? Also, what do you mean by that it's expected? Michelle, do you know what's going on? Whatever do you mean? By what's going on? You mean the reason why everyone isn't attending? Of course that's what I'm asking. All my close friends and relatives, everyone that replies back is marking not attending. Even though there's some people that haven't replied back yet. So far, no one has marked attending yet. Probably even those that haven't replied back are all going to mark not attending. Serves you right. Look, can you please tell me what's really going on? Why doesn't anyone want to come? Michelle, do you know something? On the contrary, it's off that you haven't realized anything after all this. Why don't you go ahead and think about it carefully? I'm troubled because I really don't know. You need to explain to me what's really going on. You really don't know? There's only one reason why everyone isn't attending. It's because you stole your childhood friend's boyfriend, of course. Huh? What did you just say? You're saying that I stole your boyfriend? Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I made sure everyone knew all about it. Everyone knows that you, Kara, are marrying your childhood best friend's boyfriend. And that they shouldn't even bother to attend this terrible adulterous wedding in the first place. Wait, hold on for a minute. So what you're saying is that everyone is responding with not attending because you asked them to? Yes, that's right. I painstakingly went around contacting everyone one by one. No way. Sometimes even meeting in person, face to face. I had to explain everything myself. Wait. I really don't understand what's going on. Anyways, in the first place, there's no possible way that I ever stole your boyfriend. Excuse me? What do you even mean by adulterous wedding anyways? You know that I've been dating Trevor for the past 3 years, right? Obviously, we started dating because we were both single at the time. So there's no possible way that I could have ever stolen Trevor away from you. Oh my god. Even when you're backed into a corner, you're still choosing not to be honest. Jeez, you really are so shameless. Hey, I really don't understand what's going on. I swear that I never heard anything from Trevor that you guys ever dated in the first place. So please don't say that I stole him from you. You're the one that put your hands on another person's man. Don't act so innocent and as if you don't know anything, you man-stealer. I've always been eyeing Trevor. I've been in this one-sided love since forever and ever. How dare you shamelessly take him away from me? Wait, seriously? One-sided love since forever and ever? Yeah, I always loved Trevor so much. I always went out of my way to go to the Starbucks that he works at. I was going to confess my undying love to him after getting a lovey-dovey message from him on my drink. For that reason, I've been going there every day. You can't be serious. And then, you showed up and started dating him. I could understand if it was someone that showed up from out of nowhere, but why did it have to be you of all people? How dare you put your hands on my Trevor, you man-stealer? Wait, just hold on for a second. Give me some time to just piece everything together, okay? So... You're saying that you've always been in love with Trevor, right? Yeah, that's right. It's already been 5 years since I became a regular at his Starbucks. And that you're saying that you were planning to confess one day, right? Yeah, that's right. I should have been the one to date him after confessing my feelings to him. Trevor was supposed to be my boyfriend. But then, you took him away from me, you man-stealer. I never would have thought that you would be such a terrible woman. Wait, hold on for a minute. How in the world does that make me a man-stealer? It's not like you and Trevor ever actually dated in the first place. I'm sorry, but it just means that I got to him first. Excuse me? Also, not only did you not even tell him how you feel, you don't even know whether he felt the same way back, right? And yet you keep saying that I stole him from you. That I'm a man-stealer. And now, the fact that you're trying to ruin my wedding is just too horrible. How is it horrible? You don't deserve to have a wedding. Excuse me. If I had just confessed earlier, Trevor would have definitely felt the same way. It should have been me getting married to him. Since you've ruined that, it could only mean one thing, and it's that you're a man-stealer. I'll make sure that no one will even think about attending your wedding. Do you have a moment to talk? There's something I really need your help with. What's up, big sis? Before I ask, there's something I want to confirm with you first. Do you remember my childhood friend Michelle? By chance, did she say something to you? Oh yeah, Michelle. Yeah, I actually did get a text from her about a week ago. Something about that you stole her boyfriend and that I should definitely not attend your wedding. Wow, so it's true. I can't believe she even messaged you. Sounds like it's going to be a complicated wedding, Kara. It's all a big misunderstanding. I swear that I'm not a man-stealer. Trevor and I were always completely above board. Don't even worry about it, big sis. Of course, I already knew all that. Wait, seriously? You believe me? Obviously. Of course I would. Let me remind you that I'm your little sister. I know that you're not that kind of person. There's no one else in this world that would know better than me. Marilyn. Besides, you're talking about that Michelle, right? The one that we grew up with? If it's about that immature Michelle that's always throwing tantrums, I can easily figure out who's most likely telling the truth. What do you mean? I've always been around with you guys since kindergarten. I know that Michelle has always been like this. She'll try to get whatever she wants by any means possible. She has no problems even outright lying if it means she can get her way. Oh, really? Was it always like that? What? You don't remember? Remember when we were younger, she took my teddy bear away from me? Even though there was no way I'd give it to her in the first place, she was wailing and screaming about how I had given it to her. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's true, I do remember that. She always lied so easily. There was a time in school when everyone used to call her a chronic liar. Yeah, I know. It was so difficult during our childhood. Michelle always had to be the center of attention. She always caused so much trouble for me. She just couldn't accept it if other people were treating me well because I'm younger than you guys. Is that so?
And then, suddenly, I get a message from that Michelle saying that, in reality, it was actually her and Trevor that started dating first and that you were the one that stole him away from her. So she asked me to definitely not attend the wedding as a form of divine punishment.
Okay, but even though we're family, I'm still happy that you believe me.
Of course, that's obvious. Besides, that Michelle, she also sent such a sketchy photoshopped picture. I guess she doesn't realize that it seems more like proof that she's lying than anything.
Seriously? A photoshopped picture?
Yeah, she said it was proof that she was telling the truth. It was a picture of both her and Trevor together, but the Photoshop was so unimaginably shoddy, I started laughing unconsciously.
To think that she'd even make something like that.
Even I could make a way better photoshopped photo than that.
But it seems like people are willing to believe that crude photo. I'm only getting not attending responses right now, so I'm pretty worried. That's why I want to ask you, my sister, to help clear the air with everyone.
Oh, please, don't even worry about that. Because I already did it.
What? You did?
Sorry for letting you know so late. Just in case, I went around asking everyone invited if they actually believed in such a thing. Although there were a few that I wasn't able to contact at first, so that's why it took some time.
To think that you were doing all that for me. Marilyn, you're seriously the best.
Not a single person believed it anyways, so everyone will be attending. Even the people that initially marked not attending. They only did that because Michelle pressured them in person to reply in front of her.
Oh, so that's what happened?
Yep, she really is such a troublemaker. I told the people that felt pressure to mark not attending that I'd tell you that they're actually attending the wedding. So you should send them a thank you for attending message later on.
From this to that, thank you so much. No one in the world has a more reliable sister than I do.
Aw, stop it, you're exaggerating. Anyways, big sis, I hope that your wedding goes well without any more problems.
Yeah,
I'm not going to fall for any more of Michelle's petty tricks.
Yo, man stealer bride! I'm just wondering how you feel having an empty wedding.
Michelle, to think that you'd even contact me on this day. You must really have a lot of time on your hands.
Oh, are you desperately trying to act strong? You must already be on the verge of tears deep inside, facing that empty wedding hall.
Please, as if. If I cry, it's just going to be tears of joy.
I'm going to throw the most splendid wedding ceremony today. As if! How can you possibly have the most splendid wedding without a single guest present? Are you even thinking straight?
Seriously, what's wrong with you?
Are you listening? This is what happens when you steal another person's man. You better take responsibility and break up with Trevor now. Then I'll be the one to date Trevor, like how it should have been.
Jeez, I can't believe you still haven't given up on Trevor.
What is there to give up? He's my lover and always will be. The only problem was that I missed my chance to tell him my feelings because you stole him away from me. It's only karma that you met this kind of fate. Even though it's your precious wedding day, it serves you right that there's no one showing up. No one wants to give their blessings to a man-stealer's wedding anyways.
Everyone is already here, though?
Wait, what?
So I gotta get going. The wedding is about to start soon. I don't have time to deal with the likes of you.
What are you talking about? Now wait here for a second. What do you mean by everyone is already here?
It's exactly as I said. Not a single guest is absent and everyone is present.
No, that's not possible. I've told everyone all about your adulterous wedding. I even made sure in person that people were marking not attending on the wedding invitation.
Yeah, it sounds like you did. But those people later contacted me to correct their response. All of your lies have been exposed, Michelle. They all said not to worry about a thing, and that they'll be at the ceremony.
That can't be true!
Although it seems like it was true that you love Trevor. I asked Trevor earlier, and he confirmed it for me. He said it's true that you're a regular at his workplace and that you attempted to flirt with him so many times. So you pretty much already took your shot and your feelings still weren't reciprocated.
No, that's not true. That's just him being shy. He only rejected me out of consideration to his surroundings.
You need to seriously cut it out. Trevor never reciprocated your feelings and never felt anything towards you. He's going to marry me now. Just because you're mad about that doesn't give you the right to harass me.
Who's doing the harassing? Everyone told me that they weren't going to attend.
That's because you pressured them too much, and they felt forced to say so. Everyone said that, Michelle.
No, I don't believe it.
Well, I'm off to go enjoy my wedding. Goodbye, Michelle. Big sis, you're honestly not going to believe this. Michelle is freaking out and is having a total meltdown. Whoa, is that so? Yeah, I just got a message from her. How dare all of you try to deceive and embarrass me? I'm going to sue every one of you that lied to me. You'll rue the day you double-crossed me. Jeez, she's just taking her anger out on you guys. How can you all give your blessings towards the wedding of the man that I love? You guys are all terrible people. I demand compensation. Give me the wedding gifts that were rightfully mine. Okay, now it's really getting out of hand. Her actions are getting way too erratic. What do you think I should do? What do you think about contacting the police? If we all contact the police, then they'll most likely be faster to respond. I'll go and ask around to see who's interested. No, don't do that. I can't involve you guys into this mess anymore. Just leave everything to me. What? Why? Not only did she try to ruin my wedding, she's still inconveniencing my guests to this day. That's just way too rude to everyone that gave us their blessings. Yeah, but are you going to be okay? She's being really unhinged right now. What are you going to do? If she's going around people and telling them that she's suing them, then I'll counter-sue back. Michelle, I heard everything already. You're trying to extort money from my wedding guests?
It's not extortion. I'm just threatening to sue them.
On what grounds? You really think you can sue anyone?
Yeah, that's right. It's only right after everyone lied to me. Of course I deserve some compensation for that.
In what world? You should honestly be self-reflecting after everything that you've done.
Shut up! I don't have to hear this from you. Do you know how embarrassed I was because of everybody? The least they could do is make it up to me. I won't rest until I get the wedding gifts that I am owed.
How in the world can you possibly come up with such a lame excuse? You're going around demanding money from my guests and threatening to sue them. You need to seriously calm down.
No, that's you.
What?
Because of you, everyone is so distressed. They never would have to be worried about being sued if you hadn't invited them to the wedding to begin with. If only you didn't go through with marrying Trevor, then this didn't have to happen in the first place.
Seriously, cut the jokes right now. You're trying to blame this all on me now?
I'm not trying to blame you. It's literally your fault. Everything is your fault.
I see. So you won't complain then if you get sued too then, right? Because I have grounds to sue you for defamation.
Huh? What did you say? Defamation?
You're mad because you're saying that everyone lied to you, right? So that means Trevor can be mad too, right? Even though you guys never dated, you were spreading around this terrible photoshopped picture of you two.
No, wait.
We could sue you for everything that happened as defamation. He also wanted me to share this with you. I already told my workplace to ban you from entering the premise. Don't even think about showing your face around me again.
What? Wait, no. Hold on. I'm banned from the store?
That's because you spread such terrible lies about us. Luckily, not a single person believed in your lies in the first place, although many people were left in confusion at the end. I'm sure there are a lot of people who experienced some mental anguish. You're going to have to compensate each and every individual for that.
No, wait here for a sec. Why do I have to pay? I was the one who was tricked.
It doesn't matter. You don't have any right to force people to not go to a wedding. Why don't you just give up this whole farce? No one is fooled. If you just quit bothering everyone, maybe I won't sue you for defamation.
You can't possibly be serious.
Oh, but I can't really speak for Trevor. You know, he's actually pretty livid about all of this. So he might decide to sue you no matter what else happens. You should be prepared for that.
No way!
Also, it only goes without saying, but I already told your parents everything. Your poor, poor mother. She was so shocked that she fainted while foaming at the mouth.
You're lying! You snitched on me to my parents?
With that, you can wait for us to file the paperwork about the lawsuit. We're not going to show you any ounce of mercy, especially after all the trouble you put us through.
Trevor did end up suing Michelle for defamation, and the judge ruled in his favor. The compensation was set for $70,000. We took some of that money and treated my sister to a one-night, all-expense-paid spa resort as a present. Also, after that, Michelle was ordered by the judge to go personally apologize to each wedding guest in person. There were also some guests that traveled a long way for our wedding from way out in the countryside. Michelle also had to travel to where they live to apologize at her own expense. Apparently, her parents told her that she should just stay out there and reflect on her actions. Thank you for listening until the very end. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to press the like button, and please feel free to share your thoughts by commenting below. Please don't forget to subscribe as well. I look forward to your likes or comments in advance. If you enjoyed this video, please consider looking at my other videos on my channel.